Today we're going to be playing a Total War Warhammer 3 campaign, but with a twist. Instead of one of the normal races, we are going to be playing as the Islanders of the Moon, a spooky ghost faction. The goal of the campaign is simple. You build up enough curse so that you can unlock all of your crazy mental patients, and ultimately just generally be a pain in the neck for the High Elves. You'll see how that plays out soon. Going into my first battle, I wanted to take a second to appreciate the excellent modeling the modder has done. Some of these units look amazing.
Oh, look at that. This guy's got a beard. This one's missing a head. It's awesome. Holy shit. What nightmare fuel is this? Oh my god. Fuck that. Alright, return spearman. Nice. What the fuck is this? Oh, that is nasty. I gotta say, whoever made this mod has amazing unit designs. Oh, look at that movement animation.
The first battle was pretty simple, like in most campaigns. The Islanders of the Moon are primarily a melee faction, and even though some units take damage over time with their speed and lifesteal, it's not too bad. My monster lady was doing really good work here. Once we had taken care of the enemy lord, the battle was over pretty easily. Having won the first battle, I was faced with my first major decision. What do I do in the post-battle screen?
Treasury, 7% campaign movement range and extra melee attack. 12% replenishment, plus 12% damage for vampire. Oh man.
I ended up going for army replenishment because I couldn't actually get the most important resource. The main resource for the Islanders of the Moon are called spirit traces. And the main way you get them is by fighting. However, if you move away from a spirit anchor building, you start to take attrition, which means that the only viable targets are the High Elves right next to me. When I mentioned I need spirit traces, I mean I need a lot of spirit traces. 3,000 to be exact, and at this point I have 16. So there's a long way to go. It was at this point I noticed something concerning. The High Elf faction had been buffed from the base game in order to compensate for the fact that they're haunted now.
The fact that these guys have so many armies is really bad. Wait, what? They're strength rank 2? What is happening? Look at all these armies. Was I just not supposed to leave my starting area? Look at all these fleets. We might have to restart this, because it's clear what we need to do is fight each of these small fleets at a time, replenish, and then continue on.
My army was stronger than each one of these fleets individually, but combined, taking attrition because of no spirit anchor, and with no time to replenish or reinforce, eventually I was worn down.
We're going to have our initial fight, and then we're going to have to stay and immediately recruit. Going to make one island very, very spooky for a long time. Alright, and this is where I went wrong last time. I tried to leave my spooky island, not realizing that this was the strongest faction on the map, and they were going to send 5 fleets over to kill me immediately.
By taking my time to not take attrition and to build some more units, I was confident the AI wouldn't risk an attack on such a fortified location. But I was wrong.
Holy fucking shit. You're kidding me.
Forget it.
Well.
With so many units attacking so quickly, my incomplete stack had absolutely no chance. I couldn't hold this off, and I couldn't break out, so I had to go back a turn in order to attack half of this army before it got together.
It seems like we're winning, but it seemed like we're winning multiple times, and then that has not happened, so...
I had to fight 3 battles in order to kill 2 of the stacks. I didn't take too many casualties, but importantly, we were now out of range of the spirit anchor, so I was starting to take attrition. And there were still the other 2 feats which were barreling down on my one and only settlement.
Instead of engaging them directly, I'm going to go into Towers of the Stars for replenishment, and then I'll fight them after that.
Meanwhile, I was finally able to start on my tech tree, which for Islanders of the Moon is called the Sanatorium. This is where you unlock all your fun mental patients.
Oh, we can whisper to the dead. Nice. So now we can get Cursed Islanders instead. Those are better, maybe? Well, they're free. Free is good. We're besieged. That sucks. Means we didn't get that sick round of replenishment. And we didn't get the Cursed Islanders. I don't think this is actually a defeat. The big problem we have right now is no winds of magic My hope is to get up to here, Rite of Impermanence Awakening. I mean, that should basically kill their entire army, if I'm doing the math right. Because once we activate that, it's 550 damage a second for 8 seconds. That's 4,000 damage to each enemy. That's the only way we're going to win a battle like this. I hope that was worth it. Felt like it did a lot.
Did I mention the Islanders of the Moon have some pretty sick army abilities? Because that helped me a lot during this campaign. Anyway, the damage that did was just barely enough to survive, which is good because if I'd lost this battle, it would have been game over again. But I still wasn't in very good shape.
We got one instance of Dead Rise again. Would be nice to have had more than that, but you know, that is what it is. Let's take a look at their power. Okay, so I think this is what it is. You just need to fend off stuff for a while. Because we fought 6 of the fleets. So they probably have one or two left. And then, yeah, once you've dealt with the fleets, you can deal with the attrition and move on. They want peace. No, we can't have peace. It's the only people we can fight. Wait, are they taking attrition? Are we vampiric enough? Oh, nice. Okay. We're actually pushing the corruption level up. That's pretty huge. So now they're going to start taking attrition to come to us. Okay, at some point, my movement range will increase to the point where I can just go from here to Tower of the Sun. I didn't realize that's actually the play, but it's totally the play now that I look at it. Okay, look at this. I'm having fewer and fewer, because minus 30% casualties from Spirit Fade, minus 40%. So eventually, yeah, so, okay, so here's how this is supposed to work. You're supposed to build up Tower of the Stars until you can escape to Tower of the Sun. That's what the campaign is about. It might make sense to build a second army to go here, like build a second lord, go take this, and then use my main lord to kill any intercepting armies. I think we've successfully made this island so spooky that nobody is coming towards it. I just need to get these extra movement range buffs because I can't move out. I can't go take this because there's too many armies here. And I can't take this. There's too many armies here.
Even with all my military victories, I was having a really hard time getting off of my one island. However, I did get spirit traces every turn, so technically I could just run out the clock.
So I guess the dumbest way to do this would be to just pass the turn 100 times and then win.
But obviously that wouldn't be any fun, so I didn't do it.
I'm going over here. Well, I'll have to see what these guys do. I can now build more Charred Nurses. What is a Charred Nurse? I have no idea, but I could totally get them now.
I had made my move and was starting to get more and more units from the sanatorium when I noticed that one of the patients was legitimately pretty creepy.
Patient record Mayu Ren. Unlock Lady Yayu. Dr. Lothian, may I remind you no such patient exists in our records. Damn.
We'll get back to her later, don't worry. But I had finally gotten strong enough with my main force, I was ready to fight the High Elves, and given how aggressive they had been previously, I thought I was going to be in for a really big fight. And once again, I was wrong.
Wow, they're just leaving. Look at that. Now instead of one spooky island, we have 3 spooky islands.
With all their settlements dead, it was very easy to chase down the rest of the High Elves and eliminate that faction. I thought for good. We'll get back to that later. Now I had a new problem, which was that I didn't have nearly enough spirit traces, and I didn't have any enemies nearby to fight. So it was time to brave the seas and try to figure out where else to go.
Where do I want to go?
After I fought some wandering greenskins, of course.
I mean, that seemed to do pretty well. Gotta love the army abilities. 3 grand for a peace treaty? Sure, why not? What's really funny is I'm a fucking ghost. I don't give a shit about reliability. Oh, they ran away. Cowards!
My movement speed was pretty good at this point, so I decided to sail west and started to go towards the lizardmen.
So we're here, about to go start a war against the lizards who have no idea what's going to happen.
And then I got an interesting event that I'd never seen before.
A force of colonists and soldiers have arisen to investigate and retake the islands. Oh, good luck with that.
That's right, the High Elves are back. I can't afford a third army, so I have one army to attack and one army to defend, both against the High Elves and against this band of savage orcs.
These guys are totally up to no good. And by no good, I mean they're trying to save people from the undead horrors that we are.
I thought the Lizardmen would be a big challenge, but I didn't take into account that my legendary lord had been fighting basically every turn, which meant she was quite a bit stronger than the enemy legendary lords.
Now it's just Golden Tower. Is that the end of this faction? Have we just absolutely raffle stomped last defenders? Okay. Nice.
And of course, I couldn't forget about our old friends, the orcs.
I still want to kill those guys for no reason other than the fact that they are standing there. Is that so wrong? I'm going for it. I want to kill these orcs so badly. There's nothing personal. I just need the spirit traces.
Of course, this also had the benefit of leveling up my ancestor witch, who is also a really cool lord.
Let's see, what is this? It's a wind. Envy become coveted. That's extra power recharge. Oh, hatred become ash. I do quite like the names of the witch's abilities.
It was at this point that two things happened. One, the elves showed up again, and I decided to leave one of my settlements because it was about to rebel and I didn't want to deal with it.
Apparently we still own Sotek's Trail. I didn't want to own Sotek's Trail. I specifically requested that it be abandoned, but what can you do?
What happened was that the rebellion already took place and the resulting rebel army had attacked my settlement, which prevented me from abandoning it. When they attacked it again, I was pretty sure that I wouldn't have to deal with it anymore.
They still didn't take it. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna get money from that. I don't care anymore.
This army attacked my settlement again and again, but never capturing it and just growing progressively weaker.
This may be the only time that anyone has ever dealt with a rebellion by not dealing with it. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Oh my god. That is one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me in this game.
I was feeling good about that and about my other wars, so I decided to go after another faction which would become a thorn in my side for the rest of this campaign. But I didn't know it at the time.
I could theoretically not fight these undead right here, but I don't know why I would do that. I think they deserve to die. The reason they deserve to die is because they're in the way, kind of. They're not even really in the way. They're just nearby. Good enough reason, in my opinion, for them to be dead now. I mean, more dead. They are already dead.
The reason I felt comfortable with this attack is that I didn't have many wars, and most importantly, the position at Sotek's Trail was finally secure. I didn't have to worry about rebellions, and nobody was going to come after me from that direction.
Techless. Do you know how long Sotek's Trail held off from rebellion? Damn it. Every time you think you're fine, and then it's Techless with a steel chair.
After some more spooky activities,
you are standing here, which means you die.
I noticed an ability that could give me a bit of an edge in some of these upcoming fights.
What is this? Oh, that's sick. Melee damage reflection plus 100%? What? Do you guys see that? That's so busted. I mean, I love it, but come on. That is busted, right?
With new confidence, I went back to reclaim my territory.
Is Techless still standing there? He is still standing there. Do we go for it anyway? This is a really bad idea. No, no. Run. Run away and never return. Okay, now there's 2 full stacks there. I don't feel good about that. I feel good about running the hell away from that specifically.
Okay, that didn't last long. It was time to get some more firepower.
Could try some of my other regiments of renown. Ooh, actually I can get the woman who jumped. Deceased death by suicide. Next patient is 800. Death by redacted. Oh man. And then this is so good. Nurgle corruption plus 5. No such patient exists in our records. I think it might be worth recruiting stuff just to see all the cool new shit that we can get. Hang Doctor, we haven't seen. Devil of Dark Omen, Yao Gai, Underworld Gate Guardian. We haven't seen Bloodlions. We haven't seen Zhang Shi either.
With this super army under construction, I planned to bring it around to Techless and reinforce my other stack there. However, Khalida decided that even though I'd been leaving her alone for a while, she wanted to restart our conflict.
Alright, we're not going to fight Techless. We're going to finish off High Queen Khalida because she doesn't know a good thing when she sees it. All she had to do was just stop attacking me at any point. But no.
Now let me show you the army that I used to do that.
This thing looks particularly spooky. It's like a spooky elephant. Oh, we've seen the channelers. Although, damn, they do look sick, don't they? These are the Regiment of Renowned Jiangxi. That's so cool. These are Bloodlions. Look at the masks. That is so sick. Yellow Heaven Bannermen. That's amazing. What? Vanquishers of Villainy. Yuja Revenants with glaives. Those are sick units too. Dude, the modder did such a good job. Underworld Gate Guardian. Oh shit. Oh my god, look at that. Oh. God damn. What about the Devil of Dark Omen? He's doing the Wurzag dance. You guys see this? I would know the Wurzag dance anywhere. Yaogua. Oh my god. Look at that. Oh my god, that's so sick. Oh, that is one of the sickest designs. Lady Yayi.
I told you she'd be back.
Oh, she's the one, she gives Nurgle corruption faction-wide, and I can see why. What about this contorted man? Oh. Oh. The woman who jumped? This is her, the floating one? Oh, she's upside down because she jumped. That's brutal. And then the hanged doctor. He doesn't look hanged. He looks like he's been shot by a bajillion arrows, but, you know, I can respect it.
The fight was about as one-sided as you're imagining.
All right, Khalida, you've had chance after chance to avoid death again.
I crushed Khalida's last settlement and was rid of her for good, or so I thought. But for about the 10th time this campaign, I was wrong.
God damn it, Khalida. I thought she was dead. It's going to be about 8 more turns. I will be damned if Khalida lives that long. Well, I might be damned anyway, actually, because I am sort of an undead horror thing.
Unfortunately, after pushing Khalida back, I was ambushed. I knew I only had one chance to win, which is my extremely powerful army abilities.
This is going to be so juicy. Let's see how the balance of power acts during this. Oh, the damage! Yes! Oh, let's go!
Yeah, that wasn't enough. With that army gone, Khalida slipped away again. So I brought in my main army because this time when I caught up, I wanted to make sure there was no issue.
There she is. Get the hell out of here.
Now that her main army was dead, I knew that her faction was on its last legs, and so did she.
Oh no, Khalida. Khalida doesn't get peace.
At long last, Khalida was destroyed. But we still didn't have enough spirit traces to win, so I needed to go kill someone else. I decided to take my mega army and prove once and for all that I deserved to rule the undead.
As long as Cetra dies, we prove he isn't imperishable, I'm happy. Here they are. The gates open. Oh, that summon is sick. Let's go. Friendship ended with Necrosphinx. Gate Guardian is my new best friend.
It was time to use my last army ability of the campaign to kill Cetra.
Proven, Cetra can perish. And now we should get the victory screen. Short victory achieved. Okay, we didn't get the victory screen, but we did win. That's a little bit anticlimactic, but that's fine.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. I've never done a video like that on the channel before, and it took a really long time. So if you did like it, please subscribe and leave a comment. Or if you didn't like it, still leave a comment and tell me what you didn't like about it. I'm sort of experimenting with different things on the channel right now, and I'd love your feedback. Thanks to YouTube channel members who help support me. And if you want to support me, there's a bunch of ways in the description, either on YouTube, Twitch, or Patreon. Thanks again. See you in the next one.